ụmụ yi oke ekonomi ụtụtụ ọma. Ọ bụ na ịmụ anya bụ ọbụla na-esi m amụ m ka njụkwa gị ịmụzikwa anya ngwa nnọọ nne ụnụ mana ozugbo e mesịrị elekshọn na nna anyị ukwu mgbago ole nke a na-akpọ nke a na-akpọ ya jagaban ka a na-akpọ jagaban. Ụnụ mana onwezi ebe ọ na-eri oge ebe maka ife egwu bụ dat na a na-agwa anyị na ọ jebela izu ike ana ebe o ji izu ike a ka anyị si malụ mgba ma ọ ka anyị si nnọọ ka akụkọ si wee kọ bụ na France then ọzọ bụzi na nọnọzi London mana o nwere onye fụrụ ya oge ọ bata London o nwere ka akụkọ bịa si na-akọ ife ndị mmadụ mana ọ bụrụ eziokwu elukwa efe a na-akụ ya ụfọdụ si na ọ dịka ọdode ekuzichaa ịgbago odeve mana anyị nwara ekwukwanụ n'otu a maka na anyị ọ na-aka mma na anyị fụ n'anya wee kweta mana nke ka njọ bụ na igbo ife niile agbaghalisị o wee ife nchọ ka ịmalụ maka asị na onye ma mmadụ na-egbu ya onye ụlọ na-egbu onye ile ama mụrọ ka isi n'ọlụ wee strike ya mgbe ụfọdụ nwanne gị ka a na-eji alụka gị a na-eji ụmụnne anyị na-alụkasị anyị one by one onye ọbụla ma. For example, Peter Obi akwadofụna eke elili ya na imige ndị ime ilili ya n'airport na London iyetego akwụkwọ okwu identity ya achọpụta na onwere onye na-eyuzu the identity iyetego inekwa anya onye a na-eyuzukwu ya abụkwa onye iyetego isi mkpi dị akpa mkpi dị na akpa mkpi. Then ọzọ dịka ibie bụ na nwoke m abụ jagaba na-apụrụ apụ eri oge a na-afrozi ka a bịa na-ajụ ajụjụ ọkwa onye be anyị pụtara wee je wee na-eme onwe ya ewu onye be anyị kpalisi onwe ya ba na-akpali onwe ya na-akụkọ ya agbanyere mmiri na ntị ife dị ya bụ na ọ na-aka mma maka ife a nọ n'elu ya kịta bụ ikwuo na ife na-asụ ụsọ ikwuo ife ọ na-asọ ka ya ife anyị niile bụ nye anyị vidiyo ọga nye anyị vidiyo mma nye gị dị vidiyo nye gị ya na tụsaalụ ya nwanne m odeghị Igbo eze ụmụ iyo.
Is he all right? He's fine. He's fine. He's, after the election and all of the energy expended and the time, he just decided to take a moment of rest because, once he returns and is inaugurated on May 29th, there will be no dulling. He will be, saddled with the responsibility of running a country as massive and as, complex as Nigeria. I think after, nearly a year plus of just being on the road, of being on his toes, moving around the country, campaigning, I think he deserved a moment to just, some time out, to rest and prepare for this massive assignment which Nigerians have handed him, and which he's, prepared to take very seriously, to govern this country. So yes, he's out there, just getting some rest and will return very shortly. I know he'll be back in the country, very, very shortly.
There are a lot of speculations whether this is a medical rest or this is just a normal rest and why that is happening in Europe.
Well, it's a normal rest. Look, you and I know, we just finished speaking with the honorable member who is, aspiring to be Speaker of the Federal House. She can tell you for free that there's no such thing as, an easy time here in the country. Because, he is the president-elect. As you know, there are many people, hundreds, if not thousands of people who are looking to see him for one thing or the other. This is the lobby season, if you will, for, the new government that's about to be formed. So, if he's here, I doubt that he'll be able to actually get the kind of rest that he deserves because of the, pressure and the, the sort of, people, the crowd of people who would want his attention for one thing or the other. And he can't refuse all of them, without, again, offending everybody. But when he's not in the country and he's just taking a few days of rest, I think that's deserved.
But you are aware that it's not just Bola Tinubu as a citizen. It's now a public, attention of the public is now, he is asked for that job and Nigerians will be looking out for him wherever he goes.
Absolutely.
The question is how so comfortable it is for him to just be in Europe and he's been there for a while. Those who have said, look, And a lot of criticism on to his decision to be in Europe anyways, to say, look, those critics have said, maybe there are some questions about his state of health. And they say, oh, we said it, that really this is the situation. And would they need some convincing to about the present or the situation of your candidates traveling?
See,
or the president-elect traveling?
If the president-elect, were in Nigeria, if he was here in the country and was not seen in public, no appearances on the media, the same speculation will happen.
I'm not
People
sure.
Still, no,
are you sure about that?
No, I'm certain. People, if he was here,
which one
and he
is
was
more comfortable than the fact that he's abroad taking medical treatment, and the fact that he's at home, he doesn't want to see anybody?
Look, if the president-elect, was unwell and he was in the country taking medical treatment, he will still be out of sight and maybe not making public appearances. But the fact is that, you've seen pictures and videos of him taking walks. I mean, his strides didn't appear to be anyone who is bedridden or who is, in bed, convalescent. No, he is well. And he is taking a rest. I have campaigned.
Do you blame Nigerians who are skeptical?
No. I don't blame Nigerians.
We have a past.
I'm not one of those who blame Nigerians for anything. I don't blame Nigerians.
There was a time that Nigerians were told that the president at the time was playing squash.
See, look.
So there is a background to it when Nigerians become critical of the well-being of their leaders. And perhaps another question would then be the preparation to take over office.
He's where he is, he's preparing intensely. I'm aware of that. All of those who are necessary, and relevant to his preparation have access to him, whether digitally or physically. And he's working where he is, even though he's resting, but he's, making preparations for the job ahead.
Mr. Moka, I know you are a reputation manager for your party, but you know what the optics are at the moment. How convenient for political leaders to rest out of their country. They found it more restful to be outside of their country that they are proposing to lead than to be in the country that they want to shape.
No, that would not be a fair assessment.
No, I'm asking you as a question.
No, I understand that. Nigerians who say that leaders shouldn't go outside the country, on a holiday or to rest or to take time off to, be outside the country, I think that's actually.
But your members have criticized Atiku Abubakar, for example, for staying in Dubai.
He lives in Dubai. He's not out there on a rest. He lives there. So he's resident in Dubai.
So that's what I'm saying. That the optics does it favor your candidate for being at the first time. Easily being outside of the country to take a rest.
Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our president-elect, does not live outside the country. He lives in Nigeria. Everyone knows that. He simply took a trip for a little while to. And when I say rest, it doesn't mean, it's a working rest. Because, even in his rest, he is also taking the time to reach out to, heads of governments and other levels of leadership of other countries that are vital to the agenda that he's, bringing, in his, new government. So, he's there doesn't mean he's just, sleeping in his bed. He's also, in meetings regularly with all kinds of people who are traveling from other countries to see him preparatory to his inauguration. So, it's a working visit. And at the end of the day...
So just be aware, Mr. Moka,
yes,
that Nigerians are critical. Nigerians in this age and time are different from the Nigerians of 10 years ago. They are more critical now. They're more interested in policy and governance issue. Yes, sure? I think so, and I know so.
No,
the figures say so. More participation in our politics issues. So now things are a bit more different. And so they will ask questions about the leaders, those who want to govern them, those who request, those who say they want to lead this country. And they need to answer to Nigerians.
And they're justified. Every Nigerian who asks tough questions about leaders and asks for justification, they are absolutely, within their rights as Nigerians to do so. Look, all I'm saying is that this, president-elect, by everything he has done throughout all of the campaigns, he didn't, I think, shirk his, duty to, do what he needed to do as a candidate. Now that he's been elected, between his election and inauguration, it's about the only time that he's going to have to do anything, to go anywhere as a citizen. You and I, we take holiday. Sometimes we decide to go to Calabar or go to Ekiti, but sometimes also we decide to actually get on the plane.
So he's been out since the 22nd of March this year.
He's entitled to that rest.
Yeah, he's been out since 22nd of March for this rest you're talking about.
And I'll say, was my birthday, by the way. You just happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So today's the 13th.
So I was going to say that. Do you know what the optics will be, for example, if you hear that the president-elect is in Yankari resting, or is in Nkogosi resting? Do you know what the optics will be?
No, I don't rule that out. I don't put that behind him. He has 4-year term.
So and nobody is holding grudge. I mean, having any grudge against anybody leaving the country to do any business. But the question is, if you say you want to lead Nigeria,
yes,
you must also love Nigeria.
You must. No, he loves Nigeria.
And I don't question that. But the point is that we need to show it.
He's showing it, and he will show it.
Right.
But that does also not mean
that
because